You think that chakras and oils and herbs and meridians and organs carrying emotions is just a bunch of hippie woo-woo nonsense. Welcome back to the Science of the Woo, my friends, where we talk about how abstract, sometimes hippie alternative things are actually backed by scientific principles. So our woo-woo topic of the week here is traditional Chinese medicine, the meridians, and our kidneys. Very, very specifically how our kidneys are impacted by trauma. And what traditional Chinese medicine tells us and teaches us is that our kidneys are the house of our life force, of our essence, of our jing. It is where ancestral trauma gets passed down. Hopefully your parents had enough of like a strong life force that they could pass down that good vitality to you. But ancestral trauma's kind of rampant in our society, right? And our Western medical model really doesn't talk about the kidneys much, except for like, hey, yeah, they're a filter, and hey, yeah, your filter should do fine. And, if you have these major like kidney failure level issues, we can talk about that. But other than that, your kidneys don't really need much help. I don't know about you, but I've never met a filter that didn't occasionally need cleaning. And what traditional Chinese medicine teaches us is that our kidneys are depleted by trauma. We also know, thanks to somatic therapy models and nervous system regulation models, is that our adrenal glands sit right on top of our kidneys. Hold please. This is a stuffed kidney, little kidney down here. Our adrenal glands sit right on top. Adrenal. Adrenal. And when we look at the neuroendocrinology and the neurophysiology related to trauma, so how our nervous system responds to trauma and how our nervous system tells our endocrine system or our hormones to respond to trauma, when we are in stress, crisis, traumatic situations, or overwhelm, our hypothalamus will tell our pituitary to tell our adrenal glands, yes, they will, to pump out the stress juice. That's adrenaline, noradrenaline, or epinephrine and norepinephrine, and cortisol. And we are in a society and in a time where people are tanked out and maxed out more than ever. But adrenal fatigue definitely isn't a real diagnosis per the Western medical model. But we have thousands of years of practice from traditional Chinese medicine that says, hey, yeah, this actually is completely correlated with that. And here's what we can do about it. And if this seems interesting to you at all, I have a pin video about the kidneys, life force, and trauma on my page where we talk about all about traditional Chinese medicine and how biblical sources agree.